Yo, what is good everybody? It's Unbeatable Jacob coming through with the first video in a 4-part series where we're going to be talking about the best dribblers, shooters, defenders, and rebounders in my team. Not only will I be telling you the best cards to date for each of these categories, but I'm going to tell you how to identify cards that are going to be exceptionally good at all of these things throughout the entirety of the year. So ideally, this video, you could go back and watch this 4 or 5 months from now and still learn quite a bit from it, because I'm going to go over how to identify cards at any stage of the game are going to be the best at any of these tasks. For the first one today, we're going to be going over dribbling. So let's just hop right into it and show you guys the 5 cards that I think are the best dribblers in the game as of right now. So for number 5, we have Donovan Mitchell. Now, if you guys don't know what this website is, you guys should definitely learn very quickly. This is the database, 2KDB.net. This website is going to show you all of the stats and all of the badges for every player. Now, you can see that in the game, so you might question, like, why does that matter? I can check that on the game. But you can also see what animations they have, which is going to play an essential role in identifying cards that can dribble better than others. So before we get a little too far ahead of ourselves, let's talk about what you need to be a good dribbler. First things first, ball control rating. Really the only thing that matters. Ideally, you want it above an 86, but anything above an 80 is going to be just fine. The difference that you'll see between an 85 ball control or an 86 ball control and a 99 ball control is very minimal. So anything above an 80, just kind of take it as it is what it is. Anything above an 80 is going to be just fine for ball handle. That's going to make the players dribble. After that, it's all up to badges and sigs. So let's talk about badges. Downhill, not that important. Just make sure that it's on bronze. Glue hands doesn't have to do it. Dribbling, quick first step. This should go without saying. The higher the better. Quick first step you're going to want on gold or Hall of Fame almost on every single card you're dribbling with. Bailout, bullet passer are dribbling badges. Triple threat juke doesn't really have to do with dribbling. That's a whole different thing within itself. Save that topic for a different day. Break starter, not a dribble badge. Needle threader, not a dribble badge. Space creator, special delivery, not a dribbling badge. Stop and go is important. Tight handle is important. Unpluckable is important. Ankle breaker is important. Quick chain is very important, and so is handles for days. So just make sure that the badges you want to look for on cards you're looking to dribble with are going to be quick first step, handles for days, quick chain, unpluckable, and then tight handles, ankle breaker, stuff like that helps as well. So now that we have the badges and stats out of the way, let's talk about why I think that Donovan Mitchell is the 5th best dribbling card in the game today. Once we get to like 3, 2, and 1, I'll show you in game a few things, but the biggest thing that this comes down to is just his sigs. Now, if you guys don't know what you're looking for in sigs here, just kind of take the top 4 and we'll focus on these. Everything about the moving, dribble moves, really not going to get into today. That's a different topic for a different day. The biggest thing that's going to make players move in the half court are the top 4 dribble things right here. So dribble style, what you're looking for is shifty or quick. That's what you're looking for. That's what's going to give you burst animations. Anybody throughout the entirety of the year is going to have shifty or quick to be a top dribbler. Sig size up, Donovan Mitchell, he has his own. It's newer to the game this year, and yeah, it's pretty nice. I really have nothing more to say about it because I haven't used this card too much. I just know about it, and the sig size up is going to be something different. I'll show all of that in a second after I go over the rest of my top 5. Number 4, Kyrie Irving. You can say this one, you can say this one. They're the same card, doesn't really matter. He also has his own sigs here with the Zach LaVine escape, and his dribble style is Kyrie Irving. Now you might say, Jacob, that's not quick or shifty like you asked for, but it's literally quick. For whatever reason, they've made some dribble styles in the game this year, like Kyrie Irving, Steph Curry, dribble styles like that. They've, like, for whatever reason, rebranded a few of them and name them something different. So even though this says dribble style Kyrie Irving and Kyrie Irving is the only player that has it in game, it's literally the exact same as quick dribble style. Now for number 3, this one might catch you guys off guard, and that's Steve Francis. Steve Francis as shifty and he has his own sigs. So let's hop into a game screen. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Matter of fact, before we get into the games here, I'm just going to show you the rest of my top 5, just so we get this out of the way. So at 5, Donovan Mitchell. At 4, Kyrie Irving. At 3, Steve Francis. To me, right now, as of November 9th, the second best dribbler in the game is Steph Curry. This one, or this one, doesn't really matter. And my best dribbler is Derrick Rose. This one or this one, doesn't really matter. Okay, now that we have my top 5 out of the way, let me show you guys in game here what I am talking about. So, let's check out this Steve Francis here. Mind you, this is Emerald Steve Francis and he has like no badges, but you can see he has shifty, and just look how he moves. Like, there's really nothing more to be said here. Like, this card has no badges and he's still moving like that. Like, you can just tell his sigs are absolutely crazy. These Steve Francis sig size ups might be the best ones that we see all year. If he's moving like this with no badges at all, just wait and see. Wait and see what he's able to do when he actually does get badges. This is probably going to be the meta sig package for the size ups, I'm sure. His escape isn't very good, but I mean, you can just tell what the potential is there with that card. And now for the second best dribbler, I had Steph, and this should be going without saying, it's literally Steph Curry. He has all of his own sigs, including the Curry slide, and everybody knows what that is if they played 2K21. He has quote-unquote Steph Curry dribble style, but as you can see, the way he gets these burst animations, it's literally just quick dribble style. You can tell it's not shifty from doing the opposite hand crossover there. And yeah, I mean, it's Steph Curry. Like, there's really nothing to be said here. It's Steph. Like, of course he's a good dribbler. This should just be going without saying. Like, if you've been playing this game at this point, you already know that he's a great dribbler. And cards are probably going to get his sig package, you know, towards the end game, even if it's not Curry, because they're very good. They're very good. It just kind of is what it is. They're the closest thing to like next gen 2K21 type of sigs, where you can do that side to side. You know, it is what it is. And now number 1 best dribbler in the game right now is definitely this Derrick Rose. And I hate to say it because I'm not a big fan of the dribble meta this year, but the dribble meta is side to side with Derrick Rose. This right here is what the dribble meta is on this game. If you play Park or Pro-Am, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's literally just using this sig size up to run side to side. It's unfortunate, but they've tried to do things like patch the walk back to try and deter people from dribbling. So throughout the majority of the year, you're going to see the people that want to be good dribblers literally just doing the D-row size up and running back and forth. And now I'm not even good at it because I haven't been playing Park. My Park account is banned. You know, I'm not even good at doing this. I'm really not. But there's certain people who have been on Pro-Am or Park all year, these point guards, who are going to be able to just do this back and forth until they get open. Like, I'm honestly not even good at it. Like, I'm actually terrible at it. And believe it or not, there actually is a skill gap to doing this, like, little move here. I can't even get the right animation most of the time. I don't know why, but there's a certain way to do it that I just, yeah. It'll take a while, but I'll eventually have to figure it out because it's going to be what it is, you know? Like, it looks so terrible. Because you guys know me, I would rather, you know, do that type of stuff. Like, I would rather not do side-to-side dribbles all day, but unfortunately, with the way the CPU defense is this year, it's going to be what it's going to be. So, pretty much to summarize this video, my top 5 dribblers right now. Donovan Mitchell, Kyrie Irving, Steve Francis, Steph Curry, Derrick Rose. If you want to look at this video in 5 months and try and figure out who the best dribblers are at those times, go to animations on the database. Scroll down to here, dribble style. If you see quick, you're good. If you see shifty, you're good. Sig size ups, sig combos. If you see Derrick Rose in that category, you're good. If you see Steph Curry in that category, you're good. Or if you see Steve Francis in that category, you're good. Any of these sig size up combos or sig combos, these are all good ones for each of these players right here: Steph Curry, Steve Francis, and D Rose. And then size up escape packages. Ideally, I mean, you want Steph Curry, like that's what you're looking for, but Kobe escape isn't too bad either. So that's pretty much it. Some honorable mentions that didn't make the list would be like Kobe. The Kobe spam from previous years actually isn't tied to the size up escape animations. It's tied to the sig size up. So that's something totally different, but nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll be back tomorrow with going over the best shooters. Appreciate y'all.